Well, this video, it may well be the beginning of my demise here in the YouTube community, because I'm not going to make any friends with this video probably. But I do. I want to address several things in I think the latest video by Trent Holmes, and I want to work on maintaining my respect, and I don't think I can do this probably without coming across a little arrogant, but I think it needs to be done. So I want to discuss the very popular presumed paradox: can an omnipotent being create a stone that it cannot move? And I remember the first time I heard the question. I don't remember it being even initially complicating or threatening. The obvious answer I said was yes. And then I remembered the statement back to me, well, then that being is not omnipotent. And this is the part where I have to be careful how I say this. I do not understand why so many people buy into that. I've been avoiding saying God, but I'm going to go ahead and say God because Trent is saying a God, an omnipotent God. When you made this hypothetical premise, anybody, if you're going to ask somebody, if this is your premise, when you posit omnipotence, you've already answered the question. If the person accepts your posit, then the answer is yes, and it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's, can God make a stone he can't move? It's like this. I mean, and this isn't exactly the same, but hear me out. This is how simple it seems to me. I am alive, and you say, can you kill yourself? And I say, well, sure I can. And then you say, well, then you're not alive. Well, that's silly. Listen, you say, can an omnipotent God create a stone that he cannot move? And so let's look at it this way. We have an omnipotent God, and as I recall, it takes him about a day to do anything. Is that right? About a day to create anything. So can this omnipotent God create a stone that it cannot move? Yes, it can. And so it starts now, okay? And it's about 10 after 8 my time. Is that right? About 10 after 8 tomorrow, this God will cease to be omnipotent. Should it be a stupid and omnipotent God? Okay? Right now, the God you posited that was omnipotent is absolutely capable of laying down its omnipotence. By definition, I am not even trying to defend any particular notion. I'm just trying to say, get the point and then ask yourself why you bought into this. And if you're overzealous in trying to reduce religious people of any kind, which Trent, this is what I think you were trying to do, it certainly with faith in your video, and you need to tread lightly when you do these things. When you go after something so big as anybody who believes that there's a God, you need to go easy. In particular, if you don't believe in that, because it's going to make it a little bit harder for you to have a solid grasp of what the person who firmly believes it has wrestled with, what their intelligence is, how they've questioned and answered the apparent contradictions in their religion, those types of things. So that was it. I just want to say that. Come on back. You didn't mention that it was a stupid God. You just said, can an omnipotent God make a rock it can't move? And I'm telling you, if you say an omnipotent God, then the answer to can he do anything, the answer is yes. You'll have to doctor up the question a bit if you want it to be a paradox.